Hello, beautiful love light. Welcome, welcome. My Jamie. Excuse me. I'm a certified Reiki master, and self-proclaimed spiritual maestro. I view myself as a conductor of all of the energetics that exist all around us all the time. And welcome to my channel, Heart Rhythm Healing. It is also the name of my business that I initiated in 2017. So I'm the founder and creator of Heart Rhythm Healing. The idea behind that is that we each have our own unique rhythm inside of us. And my hope and desire is to draw each one of us into the rhythm of our own hearts so that we can do what we were designed and created to do, which is heal ourselves energetically, emotionally, mentally, and physically, because everything is energy. That's where all of our healing springs forth from. So I am working from a fundamental level. Again, it is my disclaimer in the description box below. I'm not a doctor. I'm not here to diagnose, treat, cure anything. However, I am a believer that we are fundamentally energy. And when we allow that energetic healing, that life force energy to flow to and through us with the intention of clearing out any densities or blockages that exist within our spiritual energetic body, our mental emotional body, and our physical body, that really miraculous things happen. So if that is something that you align in agreement with me on, then you are in the right place. And if it's something that you are interested or exploring, you are in the right place. And if that doesn't resonate with you at all, then you and I are likely not meant to cohabitate, or that's not the right word. Commingle? Our energies are not meant to commingle. Let's just put it that way. However, all are welcome in this space. And I'm okay with people disagreeing with me. And you're welcome to share your thoughts and ideas in the comments within this space. I welcome them. I also will stand my ground. And if I think that you've said something that flies in the face of what I believe, I will call you out on that. So anyway, which bothers some people, but if you have a right to the way that you think and feel, and I honor that. I really do. I'm not seeking to change your mind. All I'm seeking to do is stand on the foundation of what I think and believe, because I too have a right to what I think and believe. And I've said before, I think in this channel, that I have three main values that are pretty much equal. Like they are all equally in the number one slot of what is important to me. And it's love, unconditional, authentic love. Not that you have to please me in order for me to love you. There's nothing that you have to do to have me love you. I love you because you exist. Period. That's it. Now, I don't have to agree with you. And if you disrespect me, odds are pretty good that I'm going to respond to that, because I won't tolerate disrespect. I have erected that boundary. And honestly, typically when someone disrespects me and I respond to that in a healthy way for me, inevitably they take it as disrespect. And I believe that's because, well, that's what you kicked my way. So of course, that's what's going to echo back to you, because that's how it works. What you give out into the world is what you receive back to you, regardless the intention of the giver of that thing. So when you seek to disrespect me, I don't allow it. So I stand up for and respect myself, and inevitably that's received as disrespect. I try to do it in the most respectful way, mind you. Again, that's all I can do. All I can do is maintain my conscious awareness and intention, and stick up for myself, my boundaries, and how it's received is outside of my control. And that's true of all of us, not just me. All we can do is take responsibility for how we are intending for that message to be received. And if you are not conscious of your intention, that's dangerous. Like if you just whip something off without thinking through why you're saying what you're saying, it's just dangerous and honestly ends up being somewhat harmful. So again, you can't dictate how someone receives something though, but your intention absolutely matters. Wow. I guess that needed to come out. Yes. Anyway, I'm not a doctor. I am not seeking to diagnose, treat, cure, none of those things. That's not what this is about. However, I do deeply, deeply believe in the validity of what I do. It's just that from a legal and honestly, like government perspective, they and lots like mainstream thought, people think it's what's quackery. And I'm okay with that. I disagree, but I'm okay with people thinking that I'm a quack. I'm not seeking to convince anyone. I exist and I'm in this space for those people who already understand and know that, yes, this is in fact more real than what we see with our physical eyes. I am a highly spiritual being, and I have tapped in and tuned into that aspect of myself for so long that that is what's most real for me. I don't assign dogma to that. I don't align with any organized religion. I just know that human beings are spirit. That's what, an energy. That's what we are at a fundamental foundational level. And I don't seek to define that. That's your job. You get to define what it means for you to be an energy spirit, having a very human experience, which beautifully leads me into today. Today is the Yellow Lunar Warrior energy in the Mayan Galactic Calendar of time that we're unpacking together, learning together in real time. And the daily affirmation for today got me so excited. Like my energy was just like, yee! I love this. I love the energetics of today because it talks about, well, I'll just read the daily affirmation. It's out of alignment with where I normally put it, but whatever. I'm out of alignment with routine because that's not my thing. I like to be very spontaneous because I believe that even though there is a flow, there's a lot of creativity and spontaneity in life, and I love expressing that as much as I possibly can. So we're just going to dive into this because it makes sense, and then I'm going to go to top level. We're going to look at the year that we're in. And I'll probably read the daily affirmation again because I love it so much today. I polarize in order to question, stabilizing fearlessness. I seal the output of intelligence with the lunar tone of challenge. I am guided by the power of elegance. I loved that. So again, the whole idea is I polarize in order to question, which is something that we should all be doing. Look at the polar opposites of things. Question both. So that you can begin to move and stabilize fearlessness. Move into fearlessness and begin to stabilize that energy. Fear is a highly controlling consciousness. And it operates, from my perspective, this is what I have witnessed, what I have come to learn about fear is it is a tool to enslave. When you are fearful, you are easier to control. So we want to stabilize fearlessness. I seal the output of intelligence. Definitely want to do that in the world today. Seal the output of intelligence. Let intelligence loose. With the lunar tone of challenge. If we are not challenged, we will not learn what is best for each one of us, right? Like we have to be challenged in order to determine, okay, like what is the best move forward? It strengthens your like challenges, obstacles in your like physical path, like going to the gym and lifting weights. Those are it's challenging to your muscles, and that's what breaks down and rebuilds your muscles stronger. Mental challenges are what cause you to stop and like really focus and concentrate and think like, okay, like what is the best solution? Challenge is I think it's a good thing. And then I am guided by the power of elegance. And I looked up the definition of elegance because I wanted to make sure that we were all on board. Elegance, when it comes from the notion of an idea, is smart but simple. An elegant idea is both smart and simple. And I love that. I love this whole daily affirmation. So again, I'll read it again when we dive in. Hopefully I'll remember to do that. So for the Mayan Galactic Calendar of Time, at the high level this year, we are operating in the red self-existing moon year that wraps up on July 25th, 2023. There are code keys that are woven into the threads of this entire year. And those keys are the Red Moon Tribe offers the code keys of purifies, universal water, and flow. And the self-existing tone of creation offers the code keys define, measure, and form. So that's the year that we're in. All right, I normally don't do this, but I'm going to try and get better about it. Normally, like I haven't been doing this, I'm trying to remember. So the next level, so we have the top tier year of red self-existing moon. Then we have a 65-day season. We are currently flowing through, oh y'all, I don't remember. Shoot. Give me just a second. Let's see here. What's the next one? All right. Okay. So we are currently in the red Eastern Serpent season of instinct. And that is the primal self. That's the season that we're in. The red Eastern Serpent season of instinct. The primal self. We're also flowing through, the next level is a 52-day castle of time. Each castle is a harmonic grouping of 4 consecutive wave spells, so the red, white, blue, yellow wave spells, producing a coherent evolutionary stage in the dream spell journey by incorporating the key qualities of its respective wave spells. So we are currently flowing through the green central castle of enchantment, which brings us to the 28-day lunar cycle that we are currently flowing through, which is the rhythmic moon of equality. And those code keys are organize, balance, and equality. Today is the last day of the rhythmic moon of equality. So we turn the page tomorrow into the resonant moon of attunement. So I'm excited for that, and I will have a separate video to break down the galactic signature of the day, and then also the 28-day lunar cycle that we're flowing into. So I want to read one more time the quote that goes along with the rhythmic moon of equality, since we're wrapping up this energetic flow of organizing, balancing, and equality. This comes from Joseph Campbell. So he is most well known for the idea of the hero's journey. He broke that down. The goal of life is to make your heartbeat match the beat of the universe, to match your nature with nature. So I'm feeling guided to share with you the online medicine space that I have available for those of you who might be interested in diving into that with me. The free group that I have it's at theharmonic.us. There's a link in the description. I share little tidbits in that space. Every Monday I go live. I just got done with it doing a Monday meditative morning where my whole goal is to encourage the practice of meditation, which I actually broke down a little bit deeper today. So if you want to learn more about that, go over to theharmonic.us and watch the video. I think it was about 20 minutes where I shared a little message and then we did a meditation at the end. And that's how it goes on Mondays. But I also have what I call Tune In Tuesday within a paid subscription group. Also, the link is in the description box below. And it's the Harmonic Vibrational Attunement Ensemble, where we do just that. Like it is my desire and my heart within that space to allow each one of us the opportunity to begin to align and harmonize with our highest expression of self. So again, it's matching your heartbeat with the beat of the universe, the one heart. To me, when you harmonize with your highest expression of self, you are creating a coherent link between the rhythm of your heart and the rhythm of the one heart. So I would like to invite you to come into that space if that's something that resonates with you. If you want that energetic flow to be coming to and through you every single solitary day, that's what you get with that subscription. And then we show up live together through the Tune In Tuesday session where, again, we dive deeper each week. We really steep in that life force energy and allow it to, break apart densities and blockages and shift and shake and sort our energetics, so that we can flow into with more ease the vibration of our highest expression of self. And then every day, I don't go live in the group, but every day I send that life force energy to and through you for your highest benefit. And it comes to you when your clock says 9 o'clock in the morning. Because again, the energy is way more intelligent than we are, and it honors our intentions. So when I go in and I open that sacred medicine space, I intend for that each and every week. I intend for that energy to flow to and through you at 9 o'clock in the morning, every single morning, no matter where you are in the world. And that energy obeys. Why? I have no idea. I don't know fully why we have that capability. All I know is that we have it. We are co-creators with the infinite creative source that made everything. That's what I know and believe to be true. If you want me to unpack anything other than that, I really begin to struggle with that because a lot of it is a mystery, and I'm okay with the mystery. In fact, I love that. I love the aspect of I don't need to know everything to know that something works or doesn't. I just don't. I trust that everything shows up in my life exactly the way that it needs to for my highest benefit and good. And I would love to encourage you to begin to adopt that as well. But again, it's a choice and you don't have to. We all get to do what we believe is right and true for ourselves. Always. So back to my 3 levels. That's where I was. Love. Not the way that love was, not the way that love has been perverted in our world, but real, true, authentic love is my top level value. The next 2 are truth and sovereignty. And you are free. You are free to think and feel and act in ways that you believe are the most beneficial to you and the people around you, regardless of what anybody else thinks, does, or says about it. And that really irritates people. The idea of real, true freedom is scary in and of itself, but make no mistake, when we allow for true freedom, I really believe we are going to step into a beautiful and powerful and potent time in our world, because I know, it's not even a belief anymore, I really know that contrary to the overarching ideas that the vast majority of people are awful, horrible human beings, I I don't believe that. I think the majority of us want to do what's right. We want to do right by ourselves and one another. And when given that opportunity, I really think magical, beautiful things are going to begin to happen. And that's the earth that I'm seeking to create. I want true sovereignty. And yes, it's going to be a little dangerous. I understand that. However, I also want law and order. I just don't really know what that needs to look like, because we have been messing it up for a very, very, very long time. Anyway, I don't want to go there too much. So where were we? The rhythmic moon of equality is the 28-day cycle that we're flowing through. And the 13-day wave spell that just kicked off yesterday. So I did a video about this if you want to check that out. It's under the playlist, the Mayan Galactic Calendar, where all these videos are. The Blue Eagle wave spell started yesterday. And those code keys are creates, vision, and mind. So those are the energetics of the next 13 days. Again, I believe that flows until the 20th of January. Indeed. But today, I haven't read about it, so I'm gonna explore it. Usually I read it ahead of time, just so that I kind of have an idea of what we're diving into. However, I got really too excited when I wrote down the daily affirmation and I just jumped right in. So I totally forgot to read about the energetics of Yellow Warrior and then the lunar tone of creation. So we're going to learn together, which I'm excited about. I'm really excited. I think that this energy is super powerful. This jumped out at me, so I'm going to share again. Within the affirmation, we have a guiding power that goes along with each day. Each day has a guiding power that you can invoke to align with the highest potential of the day. And again, the power of today, the guiding power of today is elegance, which is why that was in the daily affirmation. All right. So Yellow Warrior is the 16th tribe. This is the glyph of Yellow Warrior, that question mark in there. That's also like a staff. The directional quality of Yellow Warrior that goes along with the yellow tribes is ripens. So something is coming into full fruition on some levels, on the, like an energetic level or even a conscious, or like maybe you're manifesting something and you see the physical fruit today. That'd be really cool. I hope that that's happening for many of you who come in here. All right. The code keys for Yellow Warrior are questions, intelligence, and fearlessness. The quote comes from Chogyam Trungpa Rinpoche, Rinpoche. And I believe that Chogyam Trungpa Rinpoche is a, what did my friend tell me he was? The word escapes me. Maybe one of you knows. It's like a monk, but I don't think he's a monk, but just like an enlightened one. So this is a quote from him. Fearless is not a reduction of fears, but rather the capacity to go beyond fear. Going beyond fear begins when we examine our fear. In the Shambhala tradition, discovering fearlessness comes from working with the softness of the human heart. That's super cool. The spirit of the Yellow Warrior invites us to access divine guidance, circulate fresh analysis of our convictions to assure they represent our truths, confront uncharted terrain, exercise keen awareness, embrace challenge by recognizing it as the ever-present gift of growth. Understand obstacles as opportunities to strengthen ourselves, just like I said. Or maybe I said that in Monday Meditative Morning. Anyway, apply mindfulness, precision, and will. Question all appearances, even mine. Reference points and information to gain deeper insight and intelligence. Question and confront fears in order to release their hold and transcend them. Rise above your fear. Apply one-pointed focus and determination in cautiously proceeding towards goals while remaining unweighted by expectations. Whew. Can you imagine being in a place where you don't feel the weight of someone's expectations or even your own? Maybe. A warrior's strength is in how she responds. How will you channel the power of the Yellow Warrior? The Yellow Warrior glyph symbol resembles as a shield, communicating. You are an agent of cosmic forces. Be at home in the cosmic question mark. Integrate the three forces of mind, will, and spirit to pick up the staff of galactic empowerment. Whew. Love it. Such powerful, potent energy. I dig warrior spirits anyway. And I love that it says a warrior's strength is in how she responds, right? I mean, let's be real. The patriarchy, warriors are typically male oriented, right? So I love the fact that they flipped that and used the feminine, the she. So we are flowing through tone 2 as we move through this blue eagle wave spell. Tone 2 is the lunar tone. So let's see if I remember. The code keys for Yellow Warrior are questions, intelligence, and fearlessness. And so the differentiation of today within that Yellow Warrior tribe and the energetics is the lunar tone of creation that creates this daily affirmation that I'm going to reread after I read this. And those code keys are polarize, stabilize, challenge. So let's dive into tone 2. 2 is associated with the divine feminine. All antagonisms are complementary. From one comes two, opposing forces working together, counterbalancing each other in a field of stability, black and white, and everything in between that holds it and stabilizes it, right? Stabilizes it. Night and day, and the time that spans within those two, that's the stabilizer. Good and evil, and all of the gradations in between are what stabilizes. The polar opposites of work and play, the yin and yang. The beauty of relationship represents the essential dance of two. Everything defines and is defined by its polar opposite. Right? You can't know good if you haven't experienced bad. You won't really understand hot until you've experienced cold. We are described and highlighted by what we are not. It is said, quote, if the valley filled up, the mountains would disappear, end quote. Tone 2 helps us to see that it is light which creates shadows, that winter and summer are but two products of one force experienced from contrasting positions. Night and day are faces of the one earth as it revolves. Polarized states we encounter in daily life can serve as extremes which challenge us. The moon, keeper of lunar lunacy, reminds us that as we can only see one side of her at a time, so too might we be restricted to only one side of a perceptual equation. If we overlook the inherent unity that opposing forces are born of, polarity is experienced as duality. Duality, the destructive illusion of separation, denies the counterbalances exist to serve each other. Challenges that appear as hardships or struggle, when seen from another perspective, can bear the blessings of opportunity. It's all perception. Tone two encourages stabilize challenge by receiving opposition as a catalyst to generate holistic awareness of the entirety, of the totality, right? Embrace challenges as stimulating soul growth. So that's why I open disagreement. I welcome those challenges. I want to be challenged. I want to continue to know and trust that I am on a path of truth because it matters to me. And all of my values are coming up today. That's awesome. All right, so I'm going to reiterate our daily affirmation because I just seriously, y'all, it really resonates with me today, this Yellow Lunar Warrior Day. I polarize in order to question, stabilizing fearlessness. I seal the output of intelligence with the lunar tone of challenge. I am guided by the power of elegance. Oh, I love it. All right. Lastly, we're going to go to, something else that it's all in the description box. So if I don't remember to say it in the video, at least it exists in the description box. So I even am aware of the Galactic Calendar because of another YouTuber. Her name is Cassia. I freaking love that woman, even though I've never met her in person. Cassia, if you're watching, I freaking love you. Thank you so much for everything that you have shared over the course of the last couple years. You've been a true lifeline for me, and I'm so appreciative of that. Her channel is Cosmic Consciousness with Cassia. Please check it out. The calendar I get from 13moon.com. I don't know if her affiliate link still works or not, but I put it in the description box below. I was not able to set up my own, so I gave hers because again, she's the reason that I even know about this calendar at all. And maybe I would have figured it out from somebody else, but I didn't. I figured it out from her. I learned about it from her. And then 13moon.com, if you want to know your galactic signature, there's a link in the description box so that you can quickly figure that out. And then I also read from astrodreamadvisor.com. I put a link to the Blue Eagle Wave Spell in the description box so that you can follow along with me should you choose to do so. The question, so this is from astrodreamadvisor.com. And this is just a breakdown of the Blue Eagle Wave Spell. There are questions tied to each day, just kind of help us dive in and unpack the energetics on a deeper, richer level. So day 2, what are my relationships teaching me? What are my obstacles? Yellow Warrior qualities: grace, trust, inner voice, fearlessness, courage, cosmic consciousness, high standards, galactic conduit, mystic transmission, divine communication, golden pillar, ferryman's staff, reception, intelligence. A major shadow of Yellow Warrior is a lack of trust in your inner voice. Oftentimes, in listening for the roar of a lion, you may not perceive the more subtle messages given by spirit. Divine communication directs transformations on a cellular level outside the realm of cognition. Self-doubt and fear are blocks to such trust. By creating electrochemical charges of holographic residue in your system, they can block access to cosmic communication. Your true self is always in direct contact with cosmic consciousness. Trust in your ability to receive clear inner teaching. Yes. Yes, which is also what the harmonic vibrational attunement ensemble creates space for, is to trust in the ability for you to receive that inner teaching. Again, as we dive into our heart mind space and we ask for the answers, that's what I've created that online medicine space for. And you are welcome to join me in it if it resonates with you. The other idea behind me doing it ongoing is much like a shower that we take on a regular ongoing basis. Our energy bodies need to be cleansed and cleared on a regular ongoing basis. And for the vast majority of people, that is not financially accessible. So when I started Heart Rhythm Healing in 2017, it was put on my heart to make it affordable. And I really was like, how? How is that even possible? Like, how can I do that? And again, about 2 years later, roughly a year and a half, maybe 2 years later, Spirit laid it on my heart, like, your online group. You can keep it affordable, and it's through the growing number of people that come in that will make it, that will like provide me with what I need, essentially, from a monetary perspective. And I have big, lofty goals for that space, but we're starting at ground zero. And so where we're at right now is the Life Force Energetic Healing every Tuesday. But there's other things that I have every intention of bringing into that space as it grows and expands. And I'm simply just waiting on Spirit to bring all of you beautiful love lights into that space. And you will ultimately dictate what's brought into that space. I have my ideas, but it will definitely be driven by the needs of the group and those who are willing to express those needs within it. It's going to be a highly collaborative space where, again, we are focused on where we're headed, not where we've been. Okay, so back to day 2 and the Dream Astro Advisor. The transformation offered in the shadow of Yellow Warrior is found in releasing and healing these blockages. Start by simply claiming your birthright of guidance from Spirit, and thus your union with cosmic consciousness. Yes, may it be. That's exactly what I'm claiming. My birthright of guidance from Spirit. I offer the same invitation to you. If you sense that you have a block, or if you lose this connection, lift and clear yourself. Call on your divine connection and your self-authority in meditation or prayer. Claim your own healing. You will be guided towards self-forgiveness and integration. The ferryman offers you clear passage to direct guidance. Trust in your mystical intelligence and inner knowing. Again, that's something that I uphold wholeheartedly. It is you who's doing the healing, not me. All I'm doing is providing the space and the opportunity for you to remain accountable to you, to really take it serious, to take your energetic healing, your emotional healing, your mental healing, your physical healing, to take full responsibility for and become accountable. And I just offer the space for you to come to so that we can commune and collaborate with one another through that, so that you have a way and a space to be like, oh yeah, I got to do this. I got to do this. I got to do this. That's all. That's the only thing I'm offering, is that accountability. And yes, it's going to cost you $20 a month. If that bothers you, then it's just not for you, and that's okay. Some people call this inner knowing a spiritual steering mechanism, and it can appear in many forms. The most common is a sense of confirmation, a strong sensation or rush, the quote, touch of spirit, end quote. Another is subtle body movements or specific sensations in which energy is directed through the autonomic nervous system. In this case, when the message is received, the body responds with an involuntary movement, a vibration, a feeling. Some people may have a feeling of warmth in their heart or solar plexus. Others may hear tones or voices or see lights, colors, patterns, or images. Still others may receive feelings of insight or energy or knowings that are confirmed again and again. Any one of these means may become part of your own spiritual compass. Pay attention to these subtle messages. You know when something rings true and when it does not. And that's what I'm looking for, y'all. If it rings true for you to be in the harmonic vibrational attunement ensemble, I hope that you come into that space. And if it doesn't, then I hope that you do not come into that space. If it resonates, if you know, gosh, I really know that I need to be in that space, come, please. In the shadow of Yellow Warrior, information is available on all levels, and it may not always be clear. It may be clouded by personal wishes and desires, or even by the lower astral realm, the realm of consciousness that includes the thoughts and beliefs of race mind. If you receive guidance from this realm, it may not be pure truth. That is why it's so important to have your guidance confirmed by your own spiritual compass. Every person has the ability to perceive and understand the truth. The trick is to attune to clarity by invoking your essence self. This bypasses the human lenses of desire and the cloudiness of past beliefs and experiences. When you are asking for guidance by neutral and unbiased, All right. Well, when you are asking for guidance by neutral and unbiased, this frees the field for clarity. Remember, your essence self is the guardian of your cosmic consciousness. When invoked, it can assist you in allowing only the wisdom of divine guidance to enter your mind. Be like Yellow Warrior, the Mayan owl, the guide with the vision of truth in the darkness. Attune yourself to the vibration of love, and your clear intent will attract the cosmic consciousness you seek. There's a little side note. Once you have dealt with this challenge and obstacle, you will be able to make your Yellow Warriorness your focus, your life work, your lesson learned. Then you will stand in the full light of Yellow Warrior. So the full light of Yellow Warrior. Yellow Warrior is the conduit for cosmic communication, offering access to the universal web of consciousness. This is the web of the Mayan mystic spider that weaves intergalactic threads, the conduit of interconnected consciousness. Yellow Warrior is the spider in the web, the grid of connection for divine communication. Receive these ripples of knowing from Yellow Warrior's web through the central axis in your spine, your staff. Direct guidance, communication, and embodiment are the key concepts contained in the staff. It is a symbol of learning to stand in your full power and authority, learning to tune in to galactic intelligence so that transmissions are received effortlessly. This resonance is created through embodying the light. The ferryman is offering you his staff. Plant it within yourself so that it becomes a blossoming tree of consciousness. Yes. Such potent, powerful energetics today, y'all. Woo. Take advantage. Take advantage of what the Yellow Warrior is offering, both in shadow and in light. Stand in the midst of both and allow them to teach you what you need. Grow those muscles. I'm going to read the affirmation one more time, y'all. That's how powerful I think this is today. Holy moly. I polarize. I polarize. I stand at both ends in those stark contrasts. I polarize in order to question what's happening. What am I feeling when I'm standing in complete and utter darkness? And what am I feeling when I totally vulnerable in the light, right? Like in the darkness, it's hidden. And honestly, I think a lot of us feel super duper safe. Are we? Are we safe in the hidden? What about when we're standing in the light? Yeah, it's vulnerable and scary. It's just as scary to be in the dark, right? Like with this very similar feelings can occur. But again, we're supposed to transcend fear. transcend fear of the dark, transcend fear of the light. So again, I polarize in order to question what's going on in both of these places. Where do I want to be more often than not? Where along this line in the middle do I begin to stabilize fearlessness? I polarize in order to question stabilizing fearlessness. I seal the output of intelligence, allowing myself to unpack and encompass all that my thoughts deem to bring. The wisdom of my heart mind is bubbling up within me to educate and teach me about this polarization, and questioning. I seal the output of intelligence with the lunar tone of challenge, challenging these polarities, really diving in to look at it all and unpack it. I am guided by the power of elegance, that the answers are smart and simple. So I am feeling like if an answer, the more complicated an answer or a solution is, the less likely that that's the one that we're seeking. Let's challenge ourselves to seek the most elegant answers. I truly love, I love coming in here and like sharing what I'm learning while I'm learning it. It's really been entertaining for me. I hope that it entertains you as well. For those of you who've been showing up, if you are still here listening, thank you. Truly, time is the most precious gift that we can exchange with one another. And I do not take that lightly. I really, truly appreciate anyone who's been listening to these videos and sticks with the entire thing. That's just a gift, and I treasure it. I would love it if you would let me know if you've stuck around for the whole thing. What's coming up for you? What are the things that are bubbling up within your heart mind to share? Please share it. Stand in that light of vulnerability. Let me know that you're here and watching, because I want to build this community. I want this to grow. So another way that you can help me, if that's something that resonates with you, is if you liked this video in any way, shape, or form, hit the thumbs up button. It allows me to know that people like this content, that people are watching it and seeing it, that there's people out there that hear me, I guess, and maybe it will, allow the algorithms to get it to other people. If you want to know when I go live, click the subscribe button and the bell so you get notifications when I go live. If you want to dive deeper with me, the links are all in the description box to my Instagram, my Facebook, my website, and then the online sacred medicine space that I have at both the harmonic.us, where we meditate, and the Harmonic Vibrational Attunement Ensemble, which is a paid subscription where I send that healing life force energy powerfully and potently to and through you for your highest benefit. Again, beautiful love light. Thank you so much for your gift of sharing this time with me. I hope that we are learning things together. I really feel that today there's just powerful energetics with this Yellow Lunar Warrior, and I seek to unpack it a little bit more on my own, and I hope that you will too, and I hope that you'll share with me in the comments things that bubbled up for you. Anyway, whether you do or you don't, I appreciate you being here, and until we see each other again, beautiful love light, go shine. I love you. Have an awesome day. Bye.